Hello and welcome to another extreme close-up video. I have just finished washing my face and I'm going to do my nightly Nira laser. Can you see that? It's like a wrinkle erasing laser treatment. FDA cleared for doing your eyes. People, I guess, do all different parts of their face. It would take a long time to do large areas because you really have to move it like a tiny bit at a time. You're supposed to do 40 pulses under each eye. I do my eyelids too. Whether or not that's the right way to do it, I'm not 100% sure, but it's what I do. I do it on level 2. And you're supposed to really, I'm going to pull out my mirror and look to the side a little bit. But you do it right on the movable part of your lid. It's not like one of those things that you can't do over where your eyeball is. And you move it just a tiny bit each time to do like 9 or 10 pulses per row. You're not supposed to go directly over the same spot twice. That little beep means I didn't do it right. So it lets you know if the pulse was done correctly or not. But if you look, there's kind of a big head to it. You know, the circumference of the whole thing versus where the hole is. And I'm sure the laser that actually pulses is even smaller than that hole. So when you move it, you should be doubling up over, like you shouldn't be moving it a full circle to the side. You should be moving it just a little bit. And in doing that, you're not pulsing the same spot twice, because the actual laser, you know, it's right in the middle and it's smaller than the head of the device by far. I am doing it on level 2. There's 5 levels. And some people go all the way up to level 5, and some people only ever do level 1. On their informational website, they tell you basically do what's comfortable. It's heat, it's warm, it's a laser, but it shouldn't be actually painful. And from what I've read, the number of pulses is more important than how high you have the laser dialed up. So if it's uncomfortable at 2, don't put it up to a 3 and then not really be able to fit your 40 in because it's too hot and too painful. You know, keep it at a comfortable level so that you can do all 40 of your pulses and you'll get better results than sort of skipping over and only doing 30 of your pulses because it was too spicy to be able to do all 40 that you needed. And on their pictures, they do go out into the crow's foot area. Personally, my under eye lines and wrinkles that I'm bothered by, I mean, I have crow's feet, but I'm not as bothered by them as the ones that are actually under my eye. So I think maybe I come a little further down and not quite as far out to the side as some people do, which is kind of the beauty of doing these devices at home. You can sort of customize it to what you feel like you need. Like a lot of my under eye wrinkles are down here. Like I have below my eye bags and they get wrinkles on them. So I kind of, you know, do lower and more centered. On the sides of my eyes, I don't have a lot that bothers me. Like when I smile big, yeah, of course. I'm 45 years old. I have lines on my face. If anyone expects me not to, I don't know what to tell you. And then I just start along the brow bone and I do from there up and I do another 40 because I kind of figure it's roughly the same area. And I have hooded eyes. That sort of caught me by surprise. You know, I sort of realized one day that I have a lot less eyelid than I used to, and I don't like it. So I started looking into like what things do people do to de-hood their hooded eyelids a little. And this is one of the things that I found that can help. This and radio frequency treatments, which I have also done. I have a radio frequency device that I lost the plug to, so I have to I'm still in the middle of unpacking boxes from moving, and there's hundreds of boxes in this house, and none of them are in the part of the house that they should be in. So when I find that, I will do a video on doing the radio frequency, because that's really good at skin tightening as well. But with this one, it's using the heat of a laser, which is supposed to do basically a controlled and minimal amount of damage beneath your skin. So you don't get any burns, blisters, redness, anything on the surface. But it's supposed to sort of micro damage the deeper layers of your skin, which then stimulates a healing response. And your skin's healing response is to increase blood flow, increase collagen production, strengthen the elastin, and basically all the things that we want to do to fix or reverse some of the signs of aging that we have on our faces. So the Nira laser, there are other modalities that have the same basic concept, but they use different methods to cause this microscopic, below the skin, small amounts of damage. Now, when I say it doesn't do anything to the surface of your skin, it's not going to burn, it's not going to yada yada, that's the at-home one. You can go into, I guess, a medical esthetician or dermatologist's office, and you can get professional lasers that leave your skin, looking like you literally just burnt the surface of your face off. And they are very valid. They give excellent results. The skin regenerates and regrows, and the lines and the wrinkles and everything are gone. If that's something that you want to do, if you can handle that kind of downtime, your skin will be raw for weeks. And it costs a lot of money. I mean, in-office procedures are often just very pricey. The machinery to do it with is very expensive. The professionals who are doing it, their time is very expensive. So I'm not saying that lasers can't burn or blister, but like this at home for doing your eye area laser will not leave burns or blister. And if it's hot enough to feel actual pain, dial it down, because it shouldn't be causing noticeable damage. This particular type of laser, the whole point of it is microscopic, under the skin, minimal damage, just enough to stimulate a collagen response. The same with like microneedling. It's purposely, minutely damaging your own skin so that your skin will regenerate itself and end up improving over where it was. So like, I'll do a video. I've recently switched from derma rolling to a Dr. Penn microneedling machine, so I want to get comfortable with it before I do a video on it. But I will do a video to show how to do that, how I do that, and any thoughts or recommendations I have with that. But I did recently have a bad experience with my derma roller, which isn't something that I knew could happen. Like, I mean, I know you can damage your skin with a derma roller. I know you can do it wrong and bad things can happen. I know you can buy a poorly made derma roller and have problems, but this is the same roller that I've used for, not the same one, but the same brand that I've used for a long time. And I've never had problems with it. But then 2 weeks ago, maybe, I was doing my face, and like I had a little bit of a sensitivity in one area, and I was like, oh, that's weird, maybe I got too much sun, maybe I'm dehydrated, whatever. So I just moved away from it, because I'm not a no pain, no gain type of person. I'm a don't want it to hurt. I I want comfortable results. So I moved away from the area that hurt and I started a different part of my face. And then when I was here, the roller just stopped rolling. It locked up and I just basically dragged a bunch of tiny little needles down my face. And thank God I only do like what they call cosmetic microneedling. So it's 0.25 or 0.3 millimeter long needles, and they're very thin on a roller head. So they don't go deep enough to draw blood. So I wasn't bleeding. I didn't cause like a huge visible injury, but it was enough that it, made scratches that I could feel. Face products stung if I got them on that area for a couple of days. I had to be really careful with myself. And I was like, never thought that would happen. This isn't an old rusty roller. I'm not using the same roller for a full year. But it scared me enough that I was like, I don't think the pens can do that. So I'm going to switch over. If you don't do it super often, it's not really more cost effective to buy the roller and reuse it versus buying the pen and just buying replacement cartridges for it. So that's what I'm trying now. I feel a little safer with it. I also feel safer if I choose to go deeper with it. I would never do medical microneedling, which is 0.5 or deeper, like 0.5 millimeter long needles or longer. I wouldn't do that with a roller just because I don't believe that you can be sterile enough with a roller. There's more ways for it to get dirty, to get germs, to get whatever. And once you get to that 0.5 millimeter depth into your skin, you really increase your chances of infection, scarring. You're physically reaching just a different level of your skin. People say that, that opens up your potential for granulomas if you were to needle in like vitamin C serum, stuff like that. So it was not something I was willing to do with the roller because I don't think the rollers are as sterile as the pre-sealed single-use needle tips that go onto the pen. And I don't know, I feel like you have more control with this little tiny needle than with the roller. So I may try more medical microneedling, different depths, different, I can even stay cosmetic and dial it from a 0.2 to a 0.4. So I will do a whole video on that. But I have completely gone off the subject of my laser, but that's the end of my laser treatment. I do it morning and night because it says you can do it 2 times. So you could do like a full pass, and I think they say it has to be like 2 minutes, and then you can go back and redo it right in the same session. But I figured if I do it morning and night, if I skip one, I still get at least 1 session every day. And it's one of those things that it's just, if you skip it, if you use it sporadically, you might as well not be doing it. It's really, consistency is key to like maintain and continue improvement. So I do it just once over morning, once over evening. It has to be done on clean, dry skin. So I wash my face. I double cleanse at night. I take off my makeup and then I wash, and then I do it. And then I will often go back and do a exfoliation, because then when I do my serums and my skincare, I'm still doing it on wet skin, because your skin does absorb all of the stuff better if your skin is wet. So if I don't do an exfoliation or another cleanse or anything like that, I will just re-wet my face before I go on to the next step of my skincare routine. So that is just my one little piece of my many routines and devices and stuff that I do to try to maintain / improve my skin. And this one is the Nira laser. It's, you can use it wirelessly. It has a very convenient, plugs into my phone charger. So I just, charge it up maybe once a week. It holds a charge pretty good. So if that's something you've been wondering about, feel free to drop a comment, ask questions, tell me if you have one, if you love it, if you have one and you hate it, Tell me what you think, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.